smoking some Peter Stockby Balkan Supreme in a Brian Doran, what would you call that, a little poker pot? I don't know. Great pipe. Smokes great. I like the look, kind of bulldoggy. So my first week of the month is always just like packed with meetings and obligatory stuff I gotta do. Evening meetings. Just kind of wears me out. So it'd been a while since I'd made a video. And then I kind of squeezed in some time with some friends who were pipe smokers. And so got some good socializing in and a little bit of smoking. So I use this to kind of give me an opportunity, an excuse to have a pipe. It's weird, I know, but there it is. I just don't kind of smoke by myself. Just kind of like I don't go into restaurants and eat by myself. It just isn't that fun. I always thought it would be, but it isn't. So, yeah, so it's been kind of a hairy week and a half. So, ooh, what's that? What are you? Are you a little squirrel? Are you a Richardson squirrel? Maybe. I don't see you. Maybe you're a bird. Sounds like a squirrel. Kind of misty and rainy. It's been that way all week. A little taste of things to come in the Pacific Northwest. But that's what keeps it so warm. I think there's an app on your phone that you can record that bird sound and it'll tell you what it is. Pretty amazing. I'm not that into it. So these meetings, some of them were, like we have a little tribal museum here in town, and there was a presentation on Friday, and it was awesome, I mean, it's just, and then I had some, like I said, some meetings with friends, and then I had a meeting yesterday, and it makes me realize how great friends are, and what if you didn't have friends? You'd just be going through your life because you had to, kind of, I think a lot of people do that. They get kind of bound up in all their obligations, and these days everybody books themselves so completely, they're overbooked, that there's just no time for friends, and you can't hardly call anybody on the phone because they're not going to answer. Because people don't talk on the phone. They don't take the time for that. They're afraid it's going to take more than 15 seconds, and it will. And so they just don't answer. And so it's just this modern phenomenon. And for a while there, you could reliably text somebody and get a response. These days, you kind of can't do that either, because people are very selective with their texts because they're just overbooked, they've just slammed so much into their lives, useful, wonderful stuff, not necessarily, that they don't want to take the time even to have a text conversation. And so I think people just sort of get by with media, like, oh, I saw you on Facebook last week, you were seeing so-and-so and having dinner at such and such, and so people kind of keep track of each other that way, passively. I don't know. Back when I was a kid, gosh, they wouldn't even call before they came over. They'd just drop in normally. It was only very formal people that would call. And you could just always count on somebody sort of dropping in at any time, and it was okay, you know. My mom kept the house neat and tidy, and I think that was an incentive to do that, probably, knowing that somebody might drop in. And you always had something in the fridge, or cookies on the counter, or a little cake or something, you know, just in case. And it's just what people did, you know. It's remarkable how that's changed. But yesterday we had a meeting. I hadn't seen these folks since August. And they are such wonderful people. I mean, yeah, it just makes me realize what great people there are in the world, and how, you know, if we're lucky enough, we are part of their world. So, yeah, remarkable and amazing. Yeah. So I hope everybody has a chance to send a text to somebody you haven't seen for a while and say, hey, no need to text back. I was just thinking of you. I was thinking fondly of you. I miss you. And I just wanted to say hello and let you know that. Have a great day. Bye. You know, that's awesome. We should do more of that. And then if they want to talk, they can get back to you. Or text, more likely. But there can be useful text conversations too. Yeah, things have definitely changed. And, you know, personally, I think you just can't get too upset about it. You just have to accept it, that that's how life is right now. And I sent a letter to an aunt of mine, and it felt good, and it didn't take that long. And I realized how little I do that anymore. You know, I used to do it a lot. So, it is what it is. I'm going to try and get out of Dodge here and actually get out of Seattle before rush hour. So, headed over to Eastern Washington and then down into Oregon for a meeting. So I'll try and do a video down there because it's so pretty down there. You know, it's just great. So, anyway. Connect with your friends. It takes maintenance. Friendships take maintenance, you know, and it should be positive and fun and pleasant maintenance. But we don't often do it because we let ourselves get busy doing 100 other things, you know, and we're just not prioritizing the way we should. So get on the stick and contact a friend today. So I'm down here in Oregon. And just having a little smoke, overlooking Pendleton, and there's a UP train down there coming out of the canyon. A bit of traffic. Not much on this road. I-84 climbing up into the Blue Mountains, which is what we are climbing up into. I'm hoping to get to Gibbon before I have to head back and go to dinner with the group. Beautiful skies. So I brought my bigger camera and I'm using that as an excuse to explore. So take a few pictures. We'll see if any of them turn into anything decent. Still smoking that little Brian Doran. I didn't get to finish the smoke, and so I just brought the pipe with me. So, but it is just beautiful country here. So onward and upward. Little bit left in there. Some Balkan Supreme. So yeah, I don't know, I just use it. I don't know why, ever since I was a kid, I've wanted to like capture a certain mood or a scene. Kind of the reality of it, not overly produced. So I use a little Sigma SD Quattro. And I just like the way that Covion processor of Sigma's works to capture color and detail. Yeah, it's a great sky up here. Along the Natchez River here, this is a nice little spot. Be a great little fishing spot, probably. Trees are turning. Right there is an elderberry bush, blue elderberry. So I have been collecting for our native plant specialist. So we'll see how that goes. To me, this is quality of life. You know, just being able to piddle along up this beautiful road, beautiful time of year. Coming back from down in Oregon, smoking some Balkan Supreme in a Hardcastle's Crown. I like this pipe, I like the shape. Little traffic, a lot of hunters out. We're getting into hunting season, so I think it's bow hunting season now. But, you know, they have their quads and the various toys. So, but I love just having a pipe, driving along looking for elderberry bushes, for azure, and just enjoying the day. You know, it's like 71 degrees. It is beautiful, and the trees are gorgeous. You know, just wonderful. So those are cottonwoods. Farther up are, you big shrubs. Farther up are larches. So I'm looking forward to seeing those turning. It's weird to see an evergreen turn yellow, but they can be really pretty. So, yeah. This whole place is very volcanic. Pines up here. So those are larches turning yellow, and up there across the road. Yeah, amazing to see evergreens turn yellow.